He didn't look like a frost giant when he was in the TVA. Why did he have a human form? Well, that's because Odin, when he turned him as a child to look and put his magic upon him and made him look human or an Asgardian, it was permanent. Even after he was gone, that spell was permanent. And Loki, who was an anomaly for a frost giant, was discarded. But there was something special about Loki, and he was destined for this glorious purpose, as he will now become the bridge for everything that is in the MCU. As he learned to stop time, and he, with Goliath, realizes they are more powerful than they thought. And now he has the entire MCU in his hands, the whole future, as he sits on the throne. This is the equation that he who remained tried to tell him, that I led this road for you to walk down. This was your quest, Loki. This is where you were supposed to come to. This is your glorious purpose. You are supposed to be here. As he brings the entire MCU together and becomes the ultimate tree. The tree of life that holds together the universe. Loki is now the light. And everything in it. Now, the celestial beings does this make Loki a celestial now? As he goes and splits between space and time and becomes the God that they need him to become. And what he did was overcome his fear of being alone. Loki never wanted to be alone. So now this fear is erased. And in space and time, the whole MCU, all the timelines, everything is being held together. WandaVision, all of it's held together by Loki as he sits on this throne. And you see all of the power of the celestial and all of these beings, he sits there alone on the throne. Like Thanos when he had ultimate power in the palm of his hands. He's now become the most powerful being in the universe, Loki. Now, what's next for Loki in his glorious purpose, as he just didn't understand the anomalies of what was happening around him? He didn't understand how powerful he truly was. He who remains put this in place to say, this is my continuance plan. Did you actually think I would just let this woman kill me? Just like that? No. He was showing Loki was going to be the one. He was going to be the one to take over his place and run this whole cycle, or let he who remains runs it. There is no other option. If you don't, everything is wiped out and he's back where he belongs anyway. So you have a choice. You have to take Sylvie out. Let me run things. Or she takes me out. The loom erases all the timelines and I'm right back where I need to be anyway. So the end result is that I am still in charge. Now, the bad part about it, for Loki, he realizes this is an ongoing loop that I can't get around. If I stop Sylvie from killing him, Sylvie is going to, he who remains is going to run things under his control and his liking, eliminating their free will, all to his design. So they don't want his control anymore. What they all want is to have free will and to have a chance. So he saw the equation on the board and realized there's another option. There's another way. You have to replace it with something better. So, in order for this to work, just like this, remember him, first Loki, who laid down the purpose to show them glorious purpose. And this is when Loki first realized he could do this, is when he saw the original Loki, played by Rupert Grant, with his glorious purpose. And he saw what he could do, build an entire Asgard. And he realized maybe we're more powerful than we thought, or that we realized, just like Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet. They didn't realize how powerful they actually were. They were supreme. So Loki didn't realize how strong he actually was. Because he never pushed his limits. Sometimes people who are powerful don't push past their limits to get stronger and see how strong they really are. Most people who are strong spend a majority of their time trying not to be as strong as they are. Yeah, that's the way of the world, man. Now Loki gets it. He understands what it is he needs to do. He has to replace it with something that's better. He has to be, that's why he says, I know the God I need to be in order for my friends to survive. I'm going to miss them, but I have to learn to live without my friends. But knowing that they're still alive helps me navigate this. So now, when people were confused, hopefully this unconfuses your, I'm ready for Doctor Doom. Well, I'm not. I want to see the Kang Dynasty, and I want to see it play out. How are you going to go to Doctor Doom, a character you've not really gotten right, and the 3 times and 4 times he's been on to the screen? Now the 5th time's the charm. You have the right actor and the right person to play Kang. He was great in this series here. Why are we moving away and moving towards a whole new genre and panicking because of the MCU and what's happening there? Going back into reverse. And that's not how you grow. Hopefully these are bad rumors and not true, because if they decided to go towards Doctor Doom and just ignore what's what the market is, then and go away from the Kang dynasty, then I would totally be um, because you screwed it up. If Doctor Doom is going to be introduced, you don't do it this way, because if you do it this way, you're going to torpedo your chances. Hmm. Yes, there's so many different options that they could go as far as the direction of what Loki is and what Loki needs to be in the future. But I think this franchise, well, you could take a deep dive into a lot of things, but when you see symbolic symbolism, what are you going to do? There are a lot of people who are confused about the Doctor Doom and Kang. Well, people have decisions that they have to make in their life. And when you choose to go in another direction, then, that's on you. Well, when people don't have um, themselves together in a way that is feasible, they would do things to compromise their very well being. Yeah. Well, Doctor Doom was never done right. The first time they got him was, I felt, was exceptional, but not in today's time to make him comic book relevant. And it's like, how many times are we going to see Doctor Doom become Doctor Doom? And you basically brought him back in the other franchise. And the Fantastic Four did more than just fight with Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom was bigger in the whole multi universe of things, but you've never gotten him right fully. So now, in order to do that with his origin story, it needs to be done in a better way. Now, if you want to bring Doctor Doom into Secret Wars, that's fine. But to say we're not going to have the Kang Dynasty when everybody was excited to see the Kang Dynasty and see what's going to happen with the Kang Dynasty, you've dropped the ball with trying to shoehorn other projects people don't care about. Young Avengers, no one cares about. You don't have to keep shoehorning in all your little Disney Plus projects that you screwed up and trying to shoehorn movies that people are not asking for. So Monica Rambeau, you're going to shoehorn her into the X-Men movie. That's fine. Now you want to make this Young Avengers, so you fuck up Quantumanium and said, well, screw, making the movie about the star of the movie. We're going to just shoehorn this goddamn person in here that don't nobody give a shit about. And that's this Casey. And the movie was about Casey and her, and it's just too much of Casey. And we got to see her because she's going to be in the Young Avengers, which seems to be a whole bunch of collection of young women in this Young Avengers. So everybody's going around starting this Young Avengers with Miss Marvel. They're going to get the Hawkeye chick. That's why she was in it. And all of this stuff is going to be this Young Avengers all-girl party that they want to make. And the Marvels has the lowest earning of any week of any Marvel movie. They knew this movie was going to take a hit. They tried the cheesy approach of showing Endgame like they were actually going to show like Tony Stark might pop up or something. It was terrible marketing, using misdirection to try to get people to run out to the movie theaters. They knew they were going to get hammered on ratings and Rotten Tomato. This is why the movie was pushed back 4 or 5 months away from Quantumania. So now, yeah, it was supposed to come out right after the Marvels was over. This was supposed to come out right after Miss Marvel series. Because now people have forgotten all about Miss Marvel, and this is the first time they're really seeing her. And they was like, well, her character was pretty good. Yeah, because it was mostly about her. Captain Marvel wasn't really the star of her own goddamn movie. See, this is what happened when you got 3 writers in and they're trying to shoehorn 3 different fucking movies. So that's how they screwed it up. You got the right actor to play Kane. You have the right Kane. Just make the right goddamn movie. That's the wrong. See, that's the hardest part that they keep forgetting, is having the right character and having the right person to play that character. That's what makes it hit. Now you got to write the story around him that makes effing sense. Can't have him getting beaten by a bunch of ants. You can't have that. The original ending was better. Kane escaped and they were trapped. That makes more sense. Now you get the Scooby-Doo everybody happy ending, but was it really the ending? Now see, you could correct that with He Who Remains and how he allowed this time frame to go, and it really wasn't the ending. But then you don't know which timeline is which, because there's so many Kane variants out there. So now all the Kane variants are running wild. Some are being taken down and others are not. The TVA's whole mission now is hunting down Kane variants. which sets up where they're going in the future. Now, if they go ahead with this Doctor Doom, you're going to get everybody's feelings up. But now people are going to be pissed off they never saw the King Dynasty when you had the right actor to play King. That's the disappointment. That's the letdown. No, because at this moment in time, what people tried to do and what they wanted to do were two different things. If they move in a direction that you guys are thinking about, they're not going to get, everybody's excited like, oh, we're going to get Doctor Doom. I'm excited about the King Dynasty. I want to see the King Dynasty more than I want to see Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is not going to get done right. You can't just skip over the King Dynasty and say, okay, well, here we go. We're going to go with this now. It's like, what? Seriously? We're going to say F the King Dynasty? Damn. That's a bit of a stretch. How we going to say F that? Well, you got people in the public who want things to go the way they want it to go, and that's it. There's no wiggle room. There's no margin of error. There's no, this is how it's going to be. All right, there's no standards that's put in place. Everything is misdirection. So don't forget to subscribe and join and subscribe to the membership so that you can get alerts sent to you whenever. Now, Marvel has ruined itself by changing the endings. Changing and taking away parts because they want to go in different directions. They ruin films by not sticking to their original mind. Hank Pym was supposed to die in this Ant-Man film. Janet was gonna survive, but then sacrifice herself to save Hope. So she's gonna lose, Hope's gonna lose her mother and her father. But Hank Pym was supposed to die. And then they changed the script, and because he was contractually obligated to be in the film, Michael Douglas agreed to do it, but he's like, whoa, I thought my characters were supposed to die. So they asked him, would he come back? And he said yes, only if he's to die. If his character is to die, he'll come back. He doesn't want this to continue any further with his character because his character has reached his arc. It's like he got his wife back, he's got his life, he's got his car, he's got everything. He doesn't need anything else. His arc is over. Well, maybe someday down the road people will figure that out, but as of right now, their problems are just hitting the horizon, so people are going to want to get that figured out before they make a move. Well, when you have certain software and equipment and powerful, perceptions and powerful people around you, this is going to push you into a whole different realm. So you have to be prepared for what's coming before you. You just can't say, okay, well, this is where I'm at now. I'm happy here, and thanks for having me. And, no. You can't do that. Kang the Conqueror has to come out, and there have been no announcement from Marvel yet. If they change the Avengers 5 from the Kang Dynasty to Doom, you have basically succumbed to the to the fate of what's happening with the MCU. The Kang Dynasty and all these other things that you're building towards, which is your grand finale, is going to be your crux that's going to pull everything across. But in order for that to work, in order for that to even be successful, concessions have to be made. I'm so proud of the fact that the Loki series was not tainted with senseless violence. It was a story, it was intriguing, it was a mystery, and you can have action and be excited and interested in a movie without there being senseless violence. So, you see how highly rated Loki is? That shows you people are interested in seeing a movie that is thought-provoking and make you think. If it doesn't make you think, then it's not doing anything for you. It's not pleasing. Well, I want to always be in a situation where I could look at things from a level of control and okay, water time. Remember what they had, the Inhumans, and they were coming out with the series. They had like 2 episodes at the movie theater. Good catch. And they weren't prepared for any of it. And because they weren't prepared, there were a large amount of people who was banking on other people to be prepared to do the work they needed to have done or wanted to have done for them. Now, are going as Ant-Man is not going to even show up in Secret Wars, as I was told. Paul Rudd wouldn't be around until the final movie. They're saying that he might make an appearance in the Young Avengers. Now, they're trying to say that young T'Challa is going to be included in that Young Avengers series. Now, is this going to be a movie or a Disney Plus series? That's the results of what people are trying to figure out. But now they might pull the plug on what they've been building up for people to want to see, that they just like doing way too much in the build up for something that no one's really interested in. Will the Young Avengers be, will that be it? Um, the Young Avengers, will that be it for what, the entire set? I don't think so. I think that that is going to be something entirely different. If someone pulls a dagger and tries, you sit there and let it stab you and saying, that's okay, I'll survive, patch it up. That's what Marvel's doing. They seeing the dagger come. Working. It's not working because no one cares about the movement you're trying to portray. And it's like you keep trying to force it down people's throats. We don't need the agenda. We need a movie. that's what that's what they're missing out on. I don't care who's represented. I don't care about all of that crap. I care about the movie. If the movie's not up to par or up to snuff, what are we doing here? We need to have a movie here. Now, if I don't see a movie, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm like, I'll put all my time and energy into this. I'm waiting to see a film develop. And I'm not seeing it right now. What I'm seeing is trash. So until they get something better, yeah, that's why they still going around the carousel, trying to force things down people's throats. Yeah, well, when I go to the movies, I want to see a movie. I don't want to see an agenda. I'm there to see the movie. So when you keep saying no, 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 you gotta see this agenda. Keep trying to shove the agenda down your throat. Eventually, somebody will get tired of it, right? Like, no, I don't want an agenda. I'm here to see a movie. And that is why they're failing. It's very simple. It's not a hard process at all to figure out, see, go past, or what have you. You know, it's what it is. I don't know, man. There's so many people that have their own inkling as to what they think is the right answer or the right way to go. So they supposed to have all these experts in the room, right? These are the smartest of the smartest people. And you can, with common sense, figure out this is stupid. So if you could figure out it's stupid in a matter of seconds, how they can't figure out it's stupid? And they've been there and got more time in this thing than you. But you already know this is stupid, right? So I don't know. I just think everybody is dumb nowadays. All right, I just wanted to see a movie. That's it. Just wanted to see a movie. But now I feel like I didn't watch the feminist movement, LGBTQ stands, equality stands, and I'm still trying to figure out what the movie's about. So, anyway, that's enough for me. Say anymore, I'll be shut down. Anyway, I'm out. Thank y'all for joining the memberships and hitting the super chats, like buttons, and everything. I'm out.